It's 95.5 KLOS and 955KLOS.com. I'm Stu Herrera. And my in-studio guests today have individually and collectively sold more millions of albums and acquired more platinum awards than probably any of us care to try to count right now. Three-quarters of the band Big Noize are with me today. Carlos Cavazzo, Phil Soussan, Vinny Appice. Welcome, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Thank you.
It's great to thanks for coming down. We're really excited to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
We're glad to be here. This is cool.
So, and of course, I should mention that Joe Lynn Turner would complete, but Joe is in Russia, maybe.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. He moved to Russia.
Oh, he moved to Russia.
Did he move?
Well, yeah, I think he's living there, yeah.
He might be.
For right now.
He might be. Where in the world is Joe Lynn Turner?
It's,
but no, he's kind of bounces around between there, and I think he spends a lot of time in Turkey as well.
Is he easy to get on the phone?
Skype.
Yeah, he's got a world cell phone. So.
Yeah, you have to, the technology has shrunken the world, and now you can find anybody anywhere, so that's kind of
true.
nice.
Whether
That's
they want to be
convenient.
found or not.
He was thinking it was between Russia and Valencia. So he chose Russia.
Behind me.
Well, you got to pack warmer clothes for one, I guess. But you guys have been rolling in the same musical circles for a long, long time. How did this particular group of guys decide that you were the ones that you wanted to come together and create this?
Well, we've all been friends over the years for the last couple of decades, since the early 80s, and we've crossed paths many times throughout the years, and
Definitely played some shows together.
yeah,
Right.
done festivals together, and through a mutual friend, Brent Ware, and he kind of put us together, sort of thing, and
That at some point it sort of made sense. Why wouldn't we want to do this and continue having fun doing this? And
Yeah, right.
playing some of the music that, we enjoyed playing at those times. Yeah.
Now, I was surprised. I did not realize that Big Noize has actually been around. This isn't a brand new thing. You've been
No.
around as early as
5 years now. I
5
think.
years?
Yeah.
Oh,
Since
wow.
2005.
The song "Battlefields," which is, as far as I'm aware, is the at least the one original piece that's actually out there. Tell me about that song, because it's a really great song, and I know it's got a great story behind it.
Yeah, we went to Iraq, and we jumped on the opportunity it was just a really exciting prospect. And then we thought, what would be really cool is to have a song that we could play for the troops out there that was specifically for them. And, Joe had come up with this with somebody else, and he said, look, I've got this song, I really think you should hear it. It fits perfectly. So we listened to it, and we worked it up in rehearsals, and it was like a tearjerker when we played it over there, wasn't it?
Yeah, he got the inspiration from his neighbor. He was a serviceman, I think, in the military or something. Like that. He told us the story. I don't remember exactly how it went, but it was a good.
I don't know which neighbor in which part of the world he was living at the time, because he has obviously
He's
now
got a few addresses,
a lot of neighbors,
not just Valencia in Russia.
Yeah.
Actually, we had been many places with this band, but definitely one of the most memorable experiences was going to Iraq. It was a lot of fun.
The air conditioning didn't work too good either in the tent. What was it, like 150 degrees there?
It's 140 degrees at one point.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Was it really?
We all shared this big room, and we just partied all night. Remember that night? That was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, you're not
Yeah, you
supposed
weren't,
to drink
weren't allowed
that.
to have alcohol there, and somebody gave me 2 bottles of whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well,
it just so happened the next night we had a day off.
Yeah, I guess the Canadians, the Canadian forces, they have their own sort of special rules.
Yeah.
Oh,
which is
okay.
like they somehow or other they managed to procure
Get
some
booze.
some
Yeah.
some
that's the way international
refreshments.
cooperation works.
That's
We can't
exactly
have our girls show their toes and wrists, but we can
Yeah.
bring booze.
But of course, but as far as the U.S. forces, we were strictly forbidden from drinking or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Really?
But I'm sure they were asking us why we kept ordering so many Cokes and jars of ice.
Phil, my sense is that you kind of are the nucleus, or not the nucleus, but the catalyst for putting this band together.
The manager.
And
No,
I don't know
He's
if
the
that's
commander.
No,
right.
Phil does a lot
Actually,
for the band.
no,
He really does. He puts a lot of it together, and he,
Yeah.
because all of us are obviously busy doing other things, and we need him to do stuff for us. So.
All right, let's talk about the gigs that are coming up, because otherwise I'll forget, and I'll just start making you guys talk about the glory days and tell me old stories and stuff. So there's a show coming up at the Brixton, and it's on the 27th, and I think that's a week from Thursday.
Yeah.
Is this Thursday?
This coming a week
What is
from this
today?
Thursday.
It's a week from this Thursday at the
Yeah.
Brixton, and that's a great room. I don't know if you've played in there before.
Mm-hmm.
The walls are padded, though. Seriously.
Are they?
Yeah, the walls are
So when the people
are-
go crazy, they can not hurt themselves.
Well, that's the idea, I suppose. But the Brixton's been a lot of things, and now you guys are off to South America for some dates. Before or after the Brixton show?
No, right after.
Right
After,
after.
yeah.
Right
next
afterwards.
day, yeah.
Good, because that would be nuts to. Right.
We're planning on a rock cruise kind of thing.
Yeah.
Go out and.
I wonder if it was supposed to be a conventional gig, but with all the rain that they've got now,
It's
we're
a
actually
salsa
gonna be on a boat.
Salsa versions of ours.
You'll be, yeah. Oh man. And I think I also saw some dates in and around Arizona. I think I want to say, or maybe that was a couple of years ago.
M3 Festival
M3,
too. We're
yeah.
supposed to be doing that.
M3.
Yeah, that's what, Maryland.
Yeah, it's out there. That's in, I think, May. And then we're slotting gigs around that at the moment. So, if people on the East Coast want to come out and see the band,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
It's a fun show. We're
Yeah.
playing all the stuff from Quiet Riot, Ozzy,
Right.
Black Sabbath,
Sabbath and
Dio,
Dio.
Joe Lynn Turner stuff, and
Rainbow.
some Rainbow,
Deep Purple, Rainbow.
Really
yeah.
great.
Sounds
What
good.
kind of? I mean, I know it's not difficult for you to learn those songs or anything at this point, but I don't know what sort of challenges present themselves when you're, or do any come up at all?
Oh, of course. Plus, I'm playing all those songs. All those songs have great guitar players in those songs.
Right.
Of course. Some things you may not be able to do like they do. You do it your own way.
Mm-hmm.
Just you always want to put your own flair into it anyway.
I was unaware that you'd played with John Lennon, and I have no idea what you played on or how that came about. Can you tell us?
Yeah. When I was about 17, I had a band in Brooklyn, New York. It was a 9-piece band, full horns. And the guitar player knew Jimmy Iovine, who produced John Lennon. So we went and started playing for Jimmy, and Jimmy loved it. He wanted to produce us. And then he played it for the owner of the record plant studios, this guy Roy Cicala, and he loved it and signed us to a management deal. Gave us a room upstairs at the record plant in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to go there every night. We used to hang out. It was like a club almost. Go rehearse, hang out with the boys, and
A lot
play.
of rooms.
Yeah, it was cool. And plus, any band getting, on our level, getting a free rehearsal room anytime we want, it was incredible. So one night we're up there playing, and Jimmy's working with John and Elton John downstairs, and they were doing whatever gets you through the night. So he said, we need hand claps. Okay, let's, at that point in time, it was like open the door, whoever was in the hall, get hand claps. There were no computers. So they called us. We come running down, 9 of us, 9 hand claps. That's all you needed.
Done.
So that's my band doing hand claps on whatever gets you through the night. Then we went back upstairs, and John said to Jimmy, who were they? And he explained who we were. And a couple days later, we're rehearsing upstairs, and John and Yoko walk in, sit down, watch us play. I'm like, oh, man. And then he started
Describe
hanging
the
out.
band. What was that band like? I'd never heard.
It was
of
cool. Actually, one of the...
You with horns, kind
High
of
school band,
I'm not
wasn't
ready.
it?
To,
Yeah, I was going to school.
yeah.
High school, can you believe that?
Well, I was standing outside the school. I was supposed to be inside, but I would stay outside. And
You should have taken that.
Mark
story.
Rivera was in the band who played sax for Billy Joel, Foreigner. Mark? He played with a lot of people. He's the only one that got into some known bands and stuff. So John started hanging out, and then the next thing you know, he asked us to do a live gig with him at the New York Hilton, for a ABC Wide World special TV show.
Really?
Which was a black tie affair, all the politicians and actresses in the audience. It was us, Tom Jones, all the, a variety show.
Yeah.
So Yoko wanted us to go on with Two Faces, to,
One in
like
the
a
back.
two-faced political statement.
Oh God.
So next thing you know, we're going to go get masks of our face made, and we're going to get fitted for jumpsuits. We're going to wear black, shiny jumpsuits, and John's going to wear red. So it's like we all meet at the record plant, get in a van with John, and we go around the city like it's Joe Schmo and his girlfriend. Then go get these masks made and get fitted. And this went on for like 2 weeks, a couple days a week. We got all this stuff together. And then we did the show with him. We played Imagine and Slippin' and Slidin'. And then he asked us to do 3 videos with him. And then he produced Roy, the owner of the record plant's wife. She was a singer. She had 8 songs. So now he's in the control room. We're in the recording, and we're recording, and he's pressing the cough button, Hey,
Right.
okay, that's a little too fast. And, and you hear his voice. You're going, oh, my God, this is like... And I would go to school the next day.
Oh man.
Yeah, so...
Did you guys ask him to join your band?
Would have been a shrewd move right there.
No, I was shy. I should ask him.
Did it come up who your older brother was? I mean, it had to have, I would think.
It probably
Or
did.
did you? I mean, did you kind of want to downplay that at certain points?
The John Lennon thing?
No, the Carmine Appy.
Yeah, because I
Carmine
grew up.
Appice.
Yeah, well, he's a piece. I'm Appice.
I know. We'll get to that too.
He grew up. I grew up as Carmine's brother.
Right.
You know, until I started establishing myself.
Right.
You know, and then I became me, and
I became.
I gotta
Wow.
be me.
You know,
So-
one more note on the John Lennon thing. He's got it on video too.
I got it on video, and then I
Footage, yeah.
finally found
I've
some
seen it. It's
photos
cool.
of it too.
Wow.
Is it? It's not out there, is it?
No.
It's on his. It's on one of his anthology things.
Is it?
There's one clip of it. Yeah, and you can see me for a second.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it has a funny story, right? You know, John would be hanging out. We're talking Italian food. Telling my mother, you know, we're from Brooklyn. She makes the authentic Italian food. Blah blah blah. So she made him a tray of lasagna. So I brought it to him. He took it home. He loved it. He said, "Oh, it was wonderful."
Crazy.
And then my brother was playing with Rod Stewart, like a month later. So they're playing Madison Square Garden. So John's backstage. So is my mother. So my mother goes out, "Hey, I'm Vinny's mother. You got my pan back?"
My pan back.
My pan.
She's asking
Did you
John
wash
Lennon
it?
for the
Yeah, did you wash the pan, please?
Yeah. And then it's then another funny story when I played on the reunion tour with Sabbath with Ozzy. You know, Bill couldn't do it. You know, it was the first show. Ozzy introduced the band, you know, and he goes, and Vinny, a piece on the drums. So the next day, we're leaving at a hotel, so I go up to Ozzy, I go, "Hey, Ozzy," I said, "I'm Appice. Carmine's a piece." I explained the whole thing.
Yeah.
So the next day, he introduced me, but he was so nervous to get it right. He went, Vinny, Appice. And he's looking at me like
Get it
for
right.
approval.
Right.
You know, he's Aussie, like he, you know, what does he care? But he was so concerned about it. It was pretty funny.
Wow. All right. I want to thank you guys for coming down. I can't wait to see the show personally, and I know everybody else that's watching and listening is going to want to see it. It's at the Brixton a week from Thursday, or depending on when you're watching this, tonight, this Thursday, I don't know, the 27th of January. It's in Redondo Beach, and we've got all the info here on the website. Carlos, Phil, Vinny, thanks so much for coming
you.
down.
Thanks for
Thank
having us.
you.
Pleasure to be here.
All right. Big Noise, 3/4 of Big Noise, 95.5 KLOS, 95.5KLOS.com. I'm Stu.